Welcome to Westby Cooperative Creamery. Whether you're a patron, customer, vendor, or employee, we value our association with you. Westby Creamery got its start back in 1903 when a small group of farmers in Westby, Wisconsin joined together to establish a creamery to produce butter. Westby Cooperative Creamery was built on the foundations of hard work, small batches, and top quality, values we still embrace. Today, Westby Cooperative Creamery is one of the oldest dairy cooperatives in the United States, and we've grown to include more than 200 farms in Wisconsin and southeastern Minnesota. Many patron owners are third, fourth, or fifth generation farmers on what we call century farms. And all of our farms are small, with the largest at just 350 cows.
I like the idea they have. They're in a niche market, not like these big other co-ops where they're either strictly in fluid milk or cottage or cheddar or whatever. They're finding a niche market and they're making the most of that. I mean, the local economy benefits from it because the people are working there, the products they're buying, and it's just a win-win situation for both the local economy and the producers as far as I'm concerned. And the creamery's been there over 100 years, so that speaks for itself, that for a small creamery to last that long, they must be doing something that's working right.
I got married in '81, worked at the county farm, milking cows there. The milk went to the Westby Creamery there. My dad, he milked cows from 1949 till 1981. His milk always went to the Westby Creamery. My grandpa, I suppose he started milking back early 1900s. And his milk always went to the Westby Creamery. What I like about Westby, it's local. It's still small enough that you're not just a number. You know, I'm not just patron number 78, I'm Grant Root.
Like I said, cottage cheese has really taken off now. You make a good product, you know, and people are gonna go after it.
I mean, I really enjoy the people I work with. It's a real fun atmosphere. And then within a year I was promoted, so their opportunities for advancement are great. I really enjoy that, and I just feel like I'm appreciated. Together as a team, we make a great quality product. Nothing goes better on your crackers than Westby cheddar cheese.
Together, these farms work to supply the milk for our many products. We use two types of milk, conventional and milk that's certified organic through MOSA. All of our milk meets rigorous quality and freshness standards and is RBST free. We run a state-of-the-art, fully staffed lab with 2 lab technicians on duty at all times, 24 hours per day. They're responsible for inspecting all of the equipment and testing all of the products. No equipment is used before it is sanitized and cleaned, and all of our products are tested daily for E. coli, coliform, yeast, mold, listeria, and salmonella to ensure that they're safe for consumption. Additionally, products are tested for pH, butterfat, and salt content to make sure they meet all of our specifications. Our dedication to safety and quality has allowed us to achieve the status of SQF Level 3, the highest level of achievement within the Global Food Safety Initiative. Milk is still delivered by trucks, but as you can see, over the years, we've made some improvements. Each truck holds up to 50,000 pounds of milk, or around 6,400 gallons, and we take about 10 to 12 deliveries per day. Westby Cooperative Creamery is somewhat unique in that we produce organic versions of almost all of our products: cottage cheese, sour cream, yogurt, and hard cheeses. Organic milk, of course, is handled a little differently. It's kept separate from conventional milk, and we try to run organic products through the plant first. If we can't do that, we thoroughly clean the equipment between batches. Before the trucks are unloaded, we check the temperature of the milk, visually inspect it, and check the pH and for antibiotics. Once that's done, the milk is pumped into the silos. Each tank or silo holds 250,000 pounds of milk. The tanks themselves are insulated, keeping the temperature of the milk under 45 degrees at all times. This machine monitors the temperature and keeps a record as required by the state. Milk is stored in the silos for up to 48 hours, and once emptied, the silos are thoroughly washed and sanitized. From the silos, the milk is pumped into the pasteurization equipment, where it is heated to about 164 degrees, held at that temperature for about 18 seconds, and then cooled. Next, if skim milk will be used for a product such as cottage cheese, it is sent through the separator, which pulls the butterfat out of the milk. Now, the milk is considered skim. Since Westby Cooperative Creamery only makes full-fat hard cheese, milk that is intended for regular cheese bypasses the separator and is sent to vats where the culture is added. In about half an hour, the milk has coagulated. It is cut, and then we drain off the whey. From there, the curds are wrapped in cheesecloth and placed in steel boxes where they're pressed for about an hour into 40-pound blocks. Finally, they'll be cut into smaller blocks and packaged. These tanks are used to blend different products such as sour cream, yogurt, or cottage cheese dressing. All of the ingredients are added to these tanks where they are blended and pasteurized a second time. All of the additional ingredients in our products are added in this room, except for the flavors. This is where the powders are blended. The product is circulated out of these tanks, over to the blender, and back. If powder, salt, or stabilizer needs to be added, this is where it's done. Next, the product is sent through our homogenizer. The homogenizer takes the product up to a high pressure, which breaks up the product's fat globules to make it smoother. In homogenized milk, you don't get any separation, so the fat won't rise to the top like it does in an unhomogenized product. This is also where the different bacteria cultures are added. Different bacteria like different temperatures, so we have to make sure we're using the optimal temperature for the bacteria to grow. After passing through the homogenizer, the product enters these tanks, where we add the culture. All of our sour creams, dips, and yogurts are slow cultured and gently stirred to ensure the smoothest, creamiest products available. After the product has coagulated, and in some cases cooled, it is sent to the filling station. This room is used to make cottage cheese. We're the only plant in Wisconsin that still makes cottage cheese, and award-winning cottage cheese at that. For the best quality, we still make it the old-fashioned way, in small vats. Each vat holds about 34,000 pounds of skim milk and are filled about once per day. When the vats are full, we add the culture. Then, once the cottage cheese coagulates, we run a set of knives through it to cut the curd mass into smaller pieces. The curds go through a cooking process and then a cooling process. The liquid dressing is made up of cream, stabilizer, and salt. It's added to the vat and then stirred together with the curds. At this point, you can see it looks more like regular cottage cheese. This room is where we package our famous cheese curds. While not a nationwide product, our cheese curds enjoy immense popularity regionally. These are our main fillers. The product either comes from the culturing tanks or the cottage cheese vats. We're able to package our sour creams, dips, yogurts, and cottage cheese in retail cups or larger bulk containers. As you can see, the machine fills and seals the cups and places a lid on each. Each container is stamped with a use-by date and coded, and is then moved through a spot pack machine where the containers are put on pads and then shrink-wrapped. While most products are then palletized and picked up for shipping, cup-set yogurt has one more step before it's ready to go. Cup-set yogurt is designed to coagulate in the cup instead of in one of the big tanks. To initiate this process, we put it in our hot room that's heated to about 110 degrees. Then, in about 5 hours, once the bacteria is developed in the yogurt and it starts to firm up, it will be ready for shipping to our distribution center. After our products are packaged and sealed, they're loaded into dedicated trailers. Next, products are sent to our distribution center, where we're able to store up to 1,000 pallets. Our distribution center allows us to keep all products in custody while our in-house lab completes quality and safety testing. Once all of the final testing is complete, products are ready to be sold at our cheese store and shipped throughout the U.S. Some Westby Cooperative Creamery products are sent to other facilities for further processing. For example, our cottage cheese is used in frozen lasagna. Our sour cream goes to dip companies, and our cheese is even used in cheese blintzes. Thanks for watching and for being a part of our success. As you can see, Westby Cooperative Creamery is growing and expanding in ways that were unthinkable less than a decade ago. We're proud of our creamery and look forward to working with you for generations to come.